All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dr. Stone, Season 3, Episode 17.
All right.
We storm in the ship.
We storm in the boat.
That's right.
Ain't nothing canon about this one.
Nope.
We got only a gun and a madman and a little troop of people following behind them here.
A magman.
A magman,
that's right.
indeed.
Yeah. But this gun doesn't have any extra mags, so, maybe be sparing with the bullets that you can't fire accurately anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
But given the superior technology, the rambunctious just chaos that's about to ensue, the fact that you've got a really powerful spearman on nobody's side right now who can end up tipping the scales really quickly here.
Yep.
But then also, if the island goes off, what do you have to return to?
Yeah.
You could end up finding a situation where we're in a standoff here with a whole bunch of people on the one boat, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we actually need to have sounder minds, prevail here, and keep this from turning into a complete shit show where everybody's dead.
Yep. Because that
Nobody wins there.
Nobody
wins there. But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
But first, Magma, give back the gun!
Yep. Right. Yeah, probably not that many.
God, the voice actor was having so much fun with that. Just...
I think there's an energy that Dr. Stone goes for. It's very One Piece for me.
Oh,
where everyone is ridiculously over the top. They've got goofy laughs.
Yep.
They really own up the passion of everything.
Yeah.
And then, we got a boat now. So
Right. I would love to see Magma be all confident because he's got the gun. And he is strong, he's not one of the your combat stats are maxed. So just 3 of the regular dudes there jump on him and just wrestle him down.
Yep. Joker.
Is that Magma or?
Yeah. Well, there go all the bullets.
Yep.
Huh. They're abandoning ship.
Oh, yeah.
They're just so scared. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Wait, they're reloading? Oh.
What?
Where did that go?
Oh, I think he just poured it all in there.
Oh, I see.
Nice. Ah!
Yes. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Well done. His bullshit worked. Well, shit.
Maybe reload that gun.
Yep. Gun.
Real quick.
The main force. One man.
Ah, no, you took out our sorcerer user. What are we gonna do? It's actually holding his own for a little bit. That was merciful.
Shit. Yeah, no weapon. Let's go.
Leverage that you know how to get Kohaku back?
Yeah. Run. Wait.
Oh, wait, they didn't. Oh, okay.
They couldn't even lock it. Nope. Yeah, the Terminator is coming. You fuck.
Okay.
Can we lock this door? Yes, okay. Suddenly the wall, the wooden wall starts cracking. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it does have hinges, I guess. Oh. Oh, nice. I see.
Yeah, Ibara's here by himself, effectively. Yep.
Uh-huh.
They brought a prisoner. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. Our ace in the hole, let's bring him out!
Spearman for a spearman.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta give
set
him
it
a
up.
spear.
Guess who?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh
Nice.
my god. You're welcome. You're welcome. Holy shit. Ah, who knows? Whoa!
We'll figure that out. That's true.
This is when you throw the spectator into a fight already happening in BG3. Yep. I saw that. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit. Run!
Uh-huh.
Shit.
I mean, you missed your chance, Moz. You could have just killed him right there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You remember that, right?
It's supposed to be.
Or him, yeah. You do. Meanwhile, he's getting away.
Oh, yeah, even broken statues. That's a good point.
Yep. Right,
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is cool. So now Ibara will be going after them.
Okay.
Fuck, this is cool.
I like it.
Cool. Rack your brain, rack your brain. Yeah, think. Think, yo. Hey.
Nah, but then he'd potentially want to turn against you.
Oh, I got him.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ski. Oh.
Nah, living's more important. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wise to your tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're useful. Yeah. I'm gonna start pulling you all to me now. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But in order to do that, I can't side with Moz then. That's what he wants, yeah. Well, you fucked up, Moz. You fucked up, Moz.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, women are queens. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Meanwhile, and Ibara's gonna rally his men.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he can't because they'll then see.
Yeah. So he'd have to do this himself. Okay, there's that little bit off the nose, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Now we can lead them to that.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh! Look at this.
Just two of them carrying a
rolling
stone
down.
statue. He's got a gimmick and everything. Fantastic. Why'd you throw your weapon?
To bait him back.
Yeah. He grabs your weapon, yeah.
I love ego warriors. They're just like, yeah, fuck, I could kill you. But then I couldn't prove to myself that I'm stronger than you.
Right, even though the whole point of why I kill you is because I don't want to have competition in the first place. Watch. And then while this is happening, Ibara's like, okay, so just petrify the whole boat again. Oh, shit.
I love the arbitrary just...
Yeah, that was... Okay.
Sure, whatever. Oh. Wow. Huh?
Shh. That is actually very helpful info to have, yeah. But he literally had the way to say, no, it's fine, because we're gonna unpetrify them all after once we get the ability to do that from the invaders. Like, this is,
yeah. All you've been scared of is a propped up old man trying to make you all think he had power over you. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So they figured out how to use it, and then...
Good. Okay. Oh, that's a good message. Yeah. It belongs to all that live. Yeah.
Oh, and the pattern that's like the beard.
Exactly. Yep.
Right, and if it's all based on the lie that the master's alive and everything, like...
You just lost her, yep. Here he is! Daiju!
Use those lungs!
Too late. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
If it's just a meter, that'd be...
Well, that's how it works. It's that detailed. You can set the detonation time and the radius. Yep, yep. the gun was
Reloaded
fired. Oh shit!
Yeah!
Yeah! I got you, bitch!
Because you never read Miranda Rights before.
Nope. What comes after? Oh, the suspicion of being back!
Oh.
Oh, wow. It had a
Okay.
detonation time and everything. Oh, did he? Oh, he didn't do it that way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, sure.
So then he starts power tripping. He's like, all right, everybody.
I mean, it could be just over. I think he might have also just dropped it panic to make him...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, he got a hole shot through his hand.
Yeah. I mean, I hope the fighting's just generally over, because
I did not enjoy that.
Yeah. It's just so arbitrary.
It's so arbitrary. There was so much like talking so that there wasn't even that much fighting when I didn't really enjoy the fighting anyways.
Yeah.
And then like
the part that was interesting of Hyoga being like, hey, this is our Joker.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That was interesting. And then it's like, no, that didn't matter anyways. But also at the same time, Maz let them get away. He didn't just stop Hyoga right there.
Right.
Like, because it's not that Maz beat Hyoga.
The consequences are toothless. There are no like real consequences. to anything,
And like if Maz had managed to beat Hyoga, that's one thing. But the fact that it's now I'll just instantly defeat you because, like it's like, okay, so like Hyoga wasn't actually
not kill Hyoga. I threw him into to metal and he crumpled the metal. This show. All right,
okay.
Well, we got ourselves a fun little trump card, a Joker card that was played.
That was fun.
Hyoga brought in to be the mystery reveal. I love it because the fact that they went to this room, it feels like a really fun reminder of, hey, do you remember who was in here? It's like, oh yeah, that's right. We got ourselves a spearman too.
Yep.
And the idea of like, okay, we have petrification fluid. We could bring him back because he was on the boat, so he got petrified along with everybody else.
Yep.
So ergo, we still have more people that we could bring back. And the fact that they bring him back in a way of like, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But also, we remember his philosophy. We fought him at the end of season 2.
Oh yeah.
What he wants is his whole like, I want a
superior race.
I want selection. I want the ability to decide who is worthy to live in this new world. And it's like, okay, cool. We know it's not going to take long for you to look at us and look at Maz and go,
I know the winning bet here.
I know the winning bet here.
Yeah. To say nothing of the fact that he's from the modern world, so like there's also just the fact that like, hey, do you want the niceties of modern society a little bit for yourself? That'd be nice, right? You know, like, so,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But then the show completely undercuts itself entirely with, one, not giving us a real fight. We do the whole, he disarms Hyoga by Hyoga throwing his own weapon, and then not at him, but near him to be like, come back. Yeah, and then he gives the weapon back.
Like, that works specifically in Pirates of the Caribbean 1 because there's 10,000 swords in there, and it's not given back to him, and Will's stupid. But,
okay.
What?
This episode feels like it was written for babies. I'm sorry. It feels so dumb.
I'm
trying to get into it because I really like Ibarra's concept as a character and a villain and
he's
stuff.
super fun.
But then we go back to that with to finish up the Maz and Hyoga stuff with a strike that ends Hyoga, but of course there's no actual damage done to Hyoga. He was bludgeoned into a metal wall so that he crumpled, so that he can be brought back and we'll just
make him a party member or whatever.
And then Ibarra, who has the really cool realization of like, shit, broken statues. Yeah. One, I'd be cool with them bringing back petrified statues. I can use that. But broken ones,
that's a problem.
That shouldn't be possible. So then he runs off to then have one of his peons go do something for him, but then explaining in loud right in front of him what he's doing this for to manipulate him.
Yep.
And this just happens in anime talking freeze time.
That also is like localized to the dude that's literally 3 feet farther away from him than Kirisame when he's not whispering or something.
No.
And like,
and it's telling it to us like we need to know.
right. And then on top of that, when Kirisame, when he tells her, hey, the invaders have a way to bring back petrified people.
He doesn't use that to manipulate.
It doesn't
her
matter. And then
of,
she's like, and so then he says it doesn't matter if he dies, which that could be bad translation. That could just be, I don't know what that would be.
But it feels like if you have that, you could say like, we now have the ability to control the petrification and that. So come with me. This is something where the master has granted us this.
You could even have it be a thing where Ibara, let's say Orashi hears all of this and he's like, no, you don't understand, my son.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Right. I will bring you back.
I will bring you back. And then it's the same thing that Senku and everybody has done, where it's the, like Kohaku being like, I trust you, you'll get us back, right? Like all of this stuff where it's like, this could be so cool. And yet it goes.
And now he goes into loony, silly,
like
evil
mustache twirling,
He's not even thinking like remotely intelligently when we have shown that he is the intelligent one of their group.
And like, I understand her not buying into it immediately because like, this is such a constant of their world of petrification. You're dead, right?
Sure.
That him
totally
saying no. He's not actually going to die. That's one thing. But then when she doesn't get it, he's like, "You dare to question me?" No. He could just be like, "No. Did you not listen to me? Like, so go do the thing." Like there was, and if this is the and.
But then having it be the thing where instead of having her looking at it from a standpoint of this just doesn't logically make sense, they then use an emotional angle with the thing of, hey, you should never use the petrification beam in an open area like this because the world doesn't exist to serve humans. It exists to serve all that live.
Yeah.
Really cool message here, but it's unfortunately not set up properly because you're undercutting her actual like making character decisions for herself by making it about the master, which is cool for setting up the eventual inevitable philosophical contrast that he could have with Ibara if Ibara is going to stick around in the story for much longer. But it's just ruining all agency here, and it's making Ibara seem actually like his thing was smart when it's just not.
And on top of this, what was Kirisame's introductory act?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of people that we don't recognize that might be intruders. I'm going to
throw the thing in an open area,
petrify all of them. And she doesn't know that, like, they had no way of bringing them back. So her introductory thing is, I am going to kill everyone on that boat knowing nothing about them.
Yep. Because it's what the master wants, right?
Yeah.
So the master gave that order for me to do this, and so I now...
Yep.
Now suddenly having a problem with it.
And inconsistencies in like actions and things like that don't have to be that big of a problem.
They don't have to be.
The reason why I have a problem with it here is because we've actually spent a lot of time to build up, hey, this is a fun puzzle. How are we going to solve this situation of the island? And so, like, if it's a little ancillary thing that isn't that important, okay, sure, whatever, right? Just go with it. But given that it's like part of the crux of how they resolve the situation when they've already been doing a bunch of cool ploys and, oh, hey, it doesn't work because of a thing that, hey, that, makes sense, then to have it be something where, sorry, it doesn't matter anyways, because we're just going to say that it all works for reasons that don't make sense, that are completely inconsistent.
So, it's something where I have a lot of good faith with Dr. Stone as a show because of the consistency with which they make the world still follow the general realms of science here, but because you have to tackle eventually how the petrification stuff ended up happening in general, this is not just a part where you have to kind of skirt the line of, okay, we might enter science fiction territory a little bit. But
he knows how to operate the thing and say 1 meter, 1 second.
Right.
Yeah.
We're introducing rules for that. That's cool. But because this is the area where you are dealing with the final plot point, really, of the story's whole premise, you really have to do, like, your due diligence here. So while Kirisame could be a thing of where it's she was doing it off the island, so she didn't care about that because it's not going to hit any animals, it's not going to hit anything there.
Yeah. It's more about this island specifically that's their home than,
I still also have issue with it because maybe this is just me, but I would think that they've had points where they've used this specifically where they would know that it doesn't hit anything but humans. Like,
Yes, and
like-
also the fact
like-
that like you understand that like you're the one. So this is the other part that just doesn't make sense to me about this. Loyalty to the master, totally get that.
Yes.
The morality alongside that feels like it falls apart because we established here that even though Ibara can use it, she's been the one that's been using it to as the person who does the dirty work, but then also so that way there's the check and balance against Maz. Cool.
cool.
Right?
Love that.
Even though Ibara is perfectly capable of using it.
Yeah.
Which was one of the things that Senku like kind of established that granted was like a supposition, but it had a lot of sense to it in that, hey, there is a risk that you could injure yourself, and so he doesn't he doesn't want to be the one to use it himself. Okay. But then all of the times that other people on the island have been petrified, that would have been Kirisame. Because the master wills it.
Right.
So then to say that because this couldn't be what the master would want, how does that make sense?
Yeah. It feels like it undercuts her character for the sake of a dramatic bit here. And while the characters of Kirasame and Maz were paper thin to begin with,
Sure.
this episode, in my opinion, just kind of butchered my care for both of them in one like decisive bit of the episode. When the episode started, really wild and silly and chaotic and fun with this boarding of the boat and it all working way too well. The soldiers just freezing in frame while they, do all their anime time stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
I guess
That's not something that really matters that much because in the grand scheme of things, we know that that's not where the real conflict is. Yeah, Kinro's able to fend them off with his spear while Senku does his thing or whatever.
Yeah.
They do the shot into the air, and yes, basically all of the people just jump off of the ship, right? There's,
Sure.
it works really well. There you go,
Right. But if you're going to introduce something, don't backpedal on it for the sake of a dramatic twist here. Be consistent. This is just a good rant I think we needed because we really do like the direction of Dr. Stone as a whole, but this arc has tested us and it is really unfortunate to feel like what it was essentially built up to is we needed a reason for them to get some learning about the petrification stuff and a way to then get the petrification fluid solved, and it's going to close a loop itself. All the characters involved in this are either going to get petrified and then abandoned. We'll just leave them because they're, problem or what have you.
Sure.
Petrified and brought along a la Hyoga. Or it's the, okay, cool.
You can join the crew.
You can join the crew because
you're a cute girl that is chaste and moral enough, even though that completely
we have she's in the water right now. We're not having anybody join other than maybe the Hyoga's now going to be kind of more just with us because we're not going to be able to petrify him again,
Sure.
Yeah. I'll hold out a little bit to make sure that I'm not painting everything into a corner before they give us a chance to show how they can do it.
Totally.
But
but
it's just
that's the part that felt weird about this is that there were so many things that were really cool setups and stuff. Even the bit of Maz being down there, and it's yes, he'd have to deal with Kirisame, but if he just suddenly stabs Ibara while he's down there. And it's I can try and spin this narrative. There was a spearman amongst their party and everything, and all of this stuff happens.
Right.
He absolutely could have tried and made some play there, right?
Right.
But he didn't, and it's just the whole conversation that they had with Maz about, hey, work with us. We know that you have different motivations and that you might want to go against Ibra and everything. That didn't actually come into play here at all.
No,
right? Like the fact that they had that agreement with him previously, that didn't impact this in the slightest. The only way that impacted things is the fact that there was the ruse that, there were a bunch of badass spearmen, that it was actually Maz.
Right. And I think the reason why that they went for this, and I'm kind of okay with it, is just that Maz needed all the pieces to be in one place so that he didn't run the risk of getting petrified for betraying too early.
Sure.
And I think he didn't want the science people to also have any kind of weapons up on him, like the gun,
Yeah.
like the petrification device, all these kinds of things that he needs to have all of them in one go. So while this is pretty damn close for it, and I do think it might have been smarter for him to just kill Ibarra, I think he could tell that for
Something
now,
sussy was going on.
oh,
or-
well, yeah, for now, he needs to wait and bide his time and let them kill each other a little bit more, let the science
Sure.
users, end up, kind of whittle themselves down
and yet,
a little bit.
And yet, well,
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's a rough episode, but it ended with a really cool bit with
Yep. Shooting the hand, and he drops the device.
Now, did he set a time on the thing so that then he'll have the guy with the gun petrified? Probably. It's
Yeah,
such
that is
an obvious twist
definite
set up
possibility.
here.
Although there is that part of me that's also like, wait, so you do all this stuff for the science of everything, and yet the gun gets dropped in the water, but it's still able to like fire.
Oh, yeah. What?
I mean, okay,
Whatever. Yeah. There's a lot of little things where I don't try to go into the science things and say whether they work or not, but the things that they introduce as like this is the mechanic of how it works and stuff. I'm now just like, oh, okay, Ibarra's basically done. Even if he is also petrifying the guy here, he then has to jump into the water to go get
Right,
the
yeah.
device.
Like I think Ibra is pretty much finished. Other than maybe some, claw stuff, like just fighting himself. But yeah.
Yeah. I am hoping that they can turn this around into an arc specifically with the philosophical angle that the master was introducing in the backstory with Kirasame about preserving life and how that can tie this all back together. Because that's a good reason for Kirasame to want to join up with the party in the long haul here.
Right, because that's one of the things that I wasn't entirely sure what they were going to do with it, is that the master knew about the petrification technology. That was an ingrained aspect of their culture. It wasn't something that Ibra found and then petrifies the master and then is like, oh yeah, he's still totally the one running the show.
Yeah, they believe it's like a gift from the gods that they've, now been tasked to steward,
Sure, and that's the way that they can then have even if Ibra's out of the picture, a way that they can pull on the thread of it, like this petrification device, given that it can have a different setting as far as the radius. Was this actually the thing that petrified the whole world, or is this just a smaller device? Where did it come from? Who was the person that used it? Why did they also petrify themselves theoretically if this was just a thing that was left around that they found?
Yeah, I find that reveal of this is how the device works to be terrifying, because it's oh, wait, I don't know how this thing is powered. It has some kind of Mobius strip kind of look here. So it's, tied to something potentially infinite in the, presentation of it.
Yeah.
So it's the idea that, oh yeah, you could have said, 8,000 miles,
right,
the
exactly.
diameter of the Earth or something like that. Or
yeah.
the wave go, 25,000 for the circumference or something. And it's the
infinite, petrify the whole universe,
or break your limits, whatever that would be. Who knows? Or maybe setting up some kind of time delayed thing where you have a bunch of people that are somewhere else in the world. They set this thing to go off, and then they have a thing where it's okay, cool. We will then have petrification undoing stuff set up on a time delay.
Yes,
that will then release
right.
after a certain point, and then this small community of 1,000 people are all living off in the world in some super society, and then Senku is having to face them as the final arc at some point down the line.
I think that might be one of the parts that feels kind of disappointing about this, is that this feels like it could end up being a closed loop on the how it all happened in the first place, because if there isn't something like that, then would you have any kind of connection, even indirectly, to the people that originally did it if they don't keep some technology from the old world or whatever? And then it's we got the doohickey, but
in that regard, I don't care. My connection to the story is not about these kinds of conflicts.
Sure.
It's about the characters in some way celebrating the beauty that life is, and the ways in which we as human beings are not there to bastardize it or dominate it, but to utilize it
Right.
and experiment and have joy in it. And that's what the master exemplifies in this episode. And that's probably the thing that makes me go, cool. That's the message of Dr. Stone. Is
Yeah,
that
that's great.
Life is for the sake of life. It's not for
Right.
something for humans to then go and control and manipulate.
Then maybe just, if only it had done that with somebody who wasn't Kirisame, because, that whole thing doesn't make sense. But, whatever.
Anyhow, yeah, that's that. And y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.